everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be revisiting something that I did a video on about a year ago, and that is installing mods for GTA 5, or more specifically installing cars and map mods into GTA 5. But Lex, I hear you cry, why are we doing a video on this again? We already know how to install mods. You've already told us what to do before. What's changed? What's different? Well, this video is really just going to be aimed at three different types of people. There's going to be aimed at the people who just don't know how to install mods still, because I still get comments from people asking me how to install them even though I made that previous video. So clearly that's got lost somewhere, and hopefully this one will be a bit more prevalent and you guys will see it. Two, it's also aimed at the people who saw that previous video and were scared off by the fact that it was quite fiddly, because you had to sort of like take files out and open them up in Notepad, and you have to then change it and move it back again and all this sort of thing. It was a bit awkward. And there's also the third group, which are the people who already know how to install GTA 5 but might be doing it the old-fashioned way, and through this video they might learn how to do it a little bit quicker and how to do it just neater and nicer and without all the extra fuss that goes with it. So hopefully this video will be aimed at a wide variety of you, and hopefully you guys are going to find it helpful. So before we actually get into this video and get into everything, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. So the things that you're going to need to get mods into GTA 5 is, of course, firstly, a legitimate copy of GTA 5. I'm using the non-Steam version of GTA 5, but I believe the Steam version works pretty much the same as this, so I'm sure you can follow along. It's just the fact that your GTA 5 will be in a different folder. Then on top of that, it's going to be the case of downloading one specific tool and then just the mods you need. It's as simple as that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be checking out a OIV packaged mod. I'm going to be checking out an add-on car, an add-on map, and a replacement car mod. So I'm going to show you how to install all those different things into GTA 5, into a fresh copy of GTA 5 ready for you to go. Although for this video, I won't be teaching you how to install the script hook and everything else like that, because I believe that the instructions for all of those things are incredibly simple. It's the cars that everyone struggles with. So I also have the assumption that you've already got your favorite trainer, such as Menus mod or something like that, ready to go. So let's jump in. The first tool that you're going to need is Open4. This is the only tool you're going to be needing. Yes, this is the Open4 that did have the cease and desist earlier in the year and was taken down, but now it's back up, working, legal, and everything like that for you to go and download. I'll put a link to this and all the mods that we'll be checking out in the description below. This is the only tool that you are going to need to install things like car mods, map mods, I think like pedestrian mods, character reskins, all this sort of stuff. I think like building reskins, all of that all goes through Open4. So this is a vital program. Next up is a game config, which is something I would usually recommend that you guys download, because you have to have a modified game config if you want to have more than a couple of add-on vehicles in GTA 5, because if you add too many, it just crashes the game. However, I'm going to go through this video starting with this, the VanillaWorks Extended pack, and this actually comes with its own game config. So instead of like trying to explain to you the game config and where to put it, I'm just going to tell you guys to install this first as your base mod for any modding, because in my opinion this sets you up perfectly for modding in terms of like where you are in the files and whatever else that it adds, and just in the game in general, because as far as I'm concerned, this is like the best mod pack that you can get for GTA 5. It is an incredible mod pack that lets you have tons of really cool new vehicles, all law friendly for GTA 5. I've already done quite a few videos on these. I absolutely love this. I've definitely got some of these more to check out in future videos. But this is highly recommended, and I'm going to be using this as the basis for all modding in this video. And also, it's an OIV type mod, which means you can install it as a package installer. So I'll be explaining how to do that in just a second. But for my add-on mod, I've decided to go for this nice Tesla Model S, just a nice, simple add-on car mod. And then we also have this Mercedes-Benz, as this is a replace only, because most cars these days are add-ons, so you probably won't have to really bother much with replacing. But if there's a specific mod that you want that is only available as a replacement, well, here you go. I'm going to tell you how to install these too. And to top it all off, I'm going to tell you guys how to install this, which is an add-on map, and it works pretty much exactly the same way as the add-on car does. It's incredibly simple. Add-on mods are just a very easy way to get amazing differences to GTA 5 with not much effort. Right, here we go. I've got my mods downloaded. I've got them unpacked in folders, ready to go. What we have to do now is open up Open 4. Now, the first time you open this, you'll probably have to tell it where you've installed GTA 5 and all that sort of stuff, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Once you get to this window, you have to select GTA 5 and Windows. And here we are in Open 4. Now, the first thing you have to do when you first load this up and you want anything to work in terms of mods in GTA 5 is you have to go to Tools and you have to go to ASI Manager. You only have to do this once. However, if you want to go in online mode, you have to uninstall all these again. You basically have to install these to work with modified RPF files. So we're going to load the ASI loader. That's that done. Simple as that. Click that button. Then we have the Open 4 ASI. And this is going to allow us to create a mods folder. And this will allow us to put mods into a separate folder. So if we want to get rid of the mods, all we have to do is get rid of the folder. And that's it. And uninstall the ASI. And you don't have to worry about breaking game files or replacing game files and having to reinstall GTA 5 again. It keeps it all separate in a mods folder, which is definitely the best way to go around it. And I'd definitely recommend ticking both of these just to keep it secure, just in case you accidentally end up modding the wrong files. This stops you from doing so and allows you to only edit things inside the mods folder. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes, and that has gone and created a mod folder. As you can see right there, that's going to be the basis for all mods in this video. And then there's also the open camera mod. This isn't a necessity. You don't have to install this, but I'd highly recommend it. It just gets rid of the boundaries inside of the Rockstar editor. Very good for screenshots and filmmaking. And that's that. Once they're installed, you can leave that, never have to touch them again until I think every time you update, you might have to double check those, but they should stay in there. So now we have our mods folder, and at the moment it's currently empty. Now, if we weren't installing the VanillaWorks extended mod pack, what I would have told you guys to do is copy that update folder and put it in the mods folder, which I'd actually recommend doing inside of Windows Explorer. Just going to your GTA 5 folder, copying the update folder, and just pasting it into there. However, we don't really need to do that, because if you actually go to update here, there's a lot of extra folders that we don't really need to use. We only really need to use one folder from here, which we'll cover later in the video, and just the folders you make yourself when you add an add-in mod. It will make sense in just a second, do not worry. So I'm not going to do that for this one. Instead, I'm going to go to Tools. I'm going to go to Package Installer, because I'm going to install the VanillaWorks extended pack that I've just downloaded here. And as you can see, we've got VWE.OIV. We can select that and go to Open. And it's going to go ahead, it's going to have VanillaWorks extended pack. Here is the important notes. We've got all the contributors' names here. And then we've got the change logs down the bottom. And also, I just want to give a huge shout out right now, seems they are actually on the list. Bob322 and MG Games 100. I just want to give you a special thanks because I was asking around to try and make this video to try and find the best ways to install mods. And you guys were a huge help. So thank you very much for that. But let's just move on and click Install. And now we can select where we want to install it. Always select the mods folder. If you're going to go for game folder, it's just, if you want to like get rid of a mod, you pretty much have to reinstall GTA 5 or make backups of everything. It's so awkward. Just go for the mods folder. Simple as that. And there it is. It's now completed and installed. Only takes around 15-20 seconds depending on your computer speed. And we now actually have the option to run GTA 5. Now, what I would recommend is if you're going to install loads of mods one after the other, every time you install a mod, I'd go ahead and run GTA 5 and just check that it all installed properly. Because if you install several at a time and then something breaks, you don't know what's gone wrong, and then you have to go back and fiddle around with each one to try and find which mod broke it. So it's much easier to do that this time around, but I know that all these mods work together, so I'm going to go ahead and just click close and move on to the next mod. So now that's all installed, if we go to the mods folder, you will see, look, there's the update folder that I told you to copy in, but it's only got the bits we actually need. In this one, as you can see, the DLC packs doesn't have the huge list of folders. It's just got the one for the VanillaWorks extended add-on mod pack thing, and then also a bunch of modified things in this folder. So let's move on then to how to install add-on car mods to GTA 5. So what we want to do is we want to go to Mods, Update, X64, and DLC packs, and each one of these folders is going to be a different add-on mod. So right now, I've got my Tesla Model S mod over here, and as you can see, we've got the add-on, and it's in a folder here called Tesla Models, and then we have DLC RPF. This is all you need for an add-on mod, just this DLC RPF in a folder of a specific name. In this case, this is given the name of Tesla models. You can also revert to the readmes. It would probably say, copy the Tesla models folder to the DLC packs folder. So it looks like this, update x64 DLC packs, Tesla models. There you go. So you can get the name from the readmes, but generally they'll just give it to you with the folder name right there. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click the edit mode and I'm going to click yes. And that's going to allow us to edit all the files. And then I'm going to go to new folder right here, or Control D, however you like it. You could probably right click and also new folder as well. And I'm going to call this Tesla models. Okay. And then inside this, I'm going to copy over that DLC RPF that we got from our download. And that is pretty much half of it. There's not much else we need to do apart from that. We just need to change a line in one file. So to do that, I'm going to go back all the way out to our mods folder. And then we have update again. Now this time we're going to update RPF, common, data, and then in here, we want to find the DLC list.xml. And we want to right click this, making sure that edit mode is selected, right click and edit. And it will bring up this. And this is basically what the game uses to revert to in order to spawn in and turn on and enable add-on mods that you've installed. So in this case, as you can see, we've got VWE right here. So what you want to do is just copy that, press enter, make a new line, making sure that we're still within underneath that path thing, or above it rather, and paste in the other one. And we just want to change the name for the folder that we used previously. So Tesla models, or Model S, actually. I call it models. I mean Model S. And then that's it. You save that, you can load up GTA, and it will work like that. But you also have to remember with these add-on mods is you have to go to the readmes, and just to make note, here we go, spawn car name using a trainer, Model S. So you have to remember that code for spawning in with your favorite trainer later on, unless you've got some sort of special add-on trainer. I'm just going to go with menus and explain how that works in a minute. So we'll have a note of that. Model S. Okay, we'll remember that for later. So that's it. That is all we have to do for an add-on mod. Every add-on mod is exactly the same. In fact, I'm now just going to show you how to install the add-on map that we have. And in fact, this one, the update didn't even come with a README or anything. It was just a folder called Kagura with the DLC RPF in it. So straight again, I'm just going to go for update x64 DLC packs, make the new folder. This time we're going to call it Kagura. And then we're going to drag in that DLC RPF. And then we're going to go back, update RPF, common, data. And then we're going to go back down to DLC list, edit, and just make yet another line. And we're going to put Kagura in there like so. Now, if for any reason you want to stop the game from spawning in a specific mod or something like that, but you don't want to get rid of the files, what you could do is simply just remove the line and click save. Doesn't matter if it's still in the file system, it only reverts to this file ultimately. So if we didn't want Kagura to spawn, we could just get rid of that. And then next time you do, you can add it back in. Or what you could also do is type something like this, which makes it all green text, and add a bit at the end. And that turns it into a comment. And if that whole line is green, as you can see there, that's sort of like the pointy bracket, exclamation mark, dash, dash at the start, and then dash, dash, pointy bracket thing on the right. And that will basically mean that, again, the game would ignore that writing. But it keeps it saved, so you don't have to remember to type it all in again if you wanted to do that. But it's a little bit more advanced, perhaps. But there you go. That's it. Save. That is an add-on car and an add-on map installed and done. So last up, we've got our replacement mod. Now, usually with these replacements, what they're doing is they go through the original folder that they were added in and changes the original car file. As you can see here, it tells us to install this to x64w.rpf, which if we go to our GTA 5 folder, we have to find it down here. This would be the original. We'd have to copy that, put it in the mods folder, and then once that's copied over, then we'd have to go through Open4, go to the mods folder, and change the new copied x64. It's really awkward and backwards, and in fact, you could then get another replacement mod, and this time it might say it's a file in the x64e RPF, and you have to copy that one over, and it's just so difficult, and, you know, it's completely stupid. So, I'm going to tell you to scrap that, ignore all the stuff that any of these replacement mods have in any of their readmes, and I want you to do this. I want you to go to the original update, x64, this is all in Windows Explorer, by the way, DLC packs, and this is the original list right here. I want you to copy that patch 16NG. It could be the latest one. Perhaps you're watching this like 6 months down the line and the highest number is 18. Pick the 18th one. You want the highest number. I want you to pick that folder and then go back through, go to your mods folder, update x64 DLC packs, and just copy it in. And basically, the reason for this is, let's just go back to this list, for example. So basically, GTA loads these patch days in order. So say that they had in patch day 2, they had a Glendale, and then say patch day 7, they changed the Glendale or something. They would still have the Glendale file in number 2, but they'd also have it in number 7. And what it means is that it will load the 7 one, it'll overwrite the one in number 2 when it loads up the game. Hopefully that makes sense. So basically, every time you download one of these old mods that is a replacement and it tells you to replace a file in an old folder somewhere, you could find that Rockstar has since updated that car model somewhere that you hadn't known, and your car would never spawn in. So you want to make sure, I really hope this makes sense, because it makes sense in my head, but oh god, it's really hard to explain. Just make sure that you always pick the latest patch day folder, and it will mean that it will always be the last thing that GTA loads in, so it would never be overwritten with anything else, always to ensure that your replacement mod works. So, and they will always go in that folder. So let's just go back to mods. Let's go to update, x64 DLC packs, just like we would have with the add-ons. And this time we're going to patch day 16ng, DLC.rpf, x64, levels, GTA 5, and vehicles RPF, and we're just going to throw in our Glendale files in there, and that's it. It doesn't matter what car you download, what replacement car, all of those files go in here. However, if that file did also come with mods, perhaps you download a replacement one that also comes with mods, what you can do, let's just go straight from the start again. We can go to update, x64, DLC packs, go back to the patch day 16ng, DLC.rpf, x64, levels, and this time we're going to the patch day 16ng and vehicle mods folder, and you basically just chuck in the RPF that it gives you into that folder, and that's it. That's all you have to do. That's the replacements working. So now we've installed an add-on car, an add-on map, a replacement for the Glendale, and the entirety of the Vanilla Works Extended mod, which includes like different car spawns and all that sort of stuff, all ready to go. So now we should be able to just start up GTA 5 and show them all working. Okay, so here we are, all spawned in GTA 5. So this is going to open up my favorite trainer, in this case, menus mod. And let's just test. Let's just see. Let's go to vehicle options, vehicle spawner. Let's go for the input model and type in Model S, because that was the one that we had in the README for the add-on Model S. And there we go. There it is. Installed, working. And also, because this is an add-on, it also comes with all of the extra handling files and everything as well. So, of course, this does come as standard as an electric car. Lovely. In fact, it's really quick as well. God damn. And it says test also, we replaced the Glendale. So we should be able to type that in. And there we go. There is our replacement model. I mean, we don't get the same things. We don't get all the extra handling and stuff with the replacements. Most mods now are add-ons. So hopefully you won't have to worry too much about replacements. But yep, still awesome. Definitely worked. Model working. And also, of course, we have installed the Vanilla Works Extended mod, which means we should be able to... There we go. Dominator Classic. Haven't actually done a video on this car yet. There we go. That all spawns in. All works right. And as you can see, we've also got the Coquette spawning in. And all that sort of stuff, just to show that this is all working with the Vanilla Works Extended mod. So, now, we just have to check, lastly, the map. Let's just fly up here. Because I do believe, in fact, we can see it from there already. In the distance, there's a bunch of trees. It will start loading in once we get a little bit closer. But over here is our easily installed add-on map. There it is, all popped in and working. And we should be able to land and drive on it perfectly. So there we are. That's it. That is all of these mods downloaded, installed with... not much effort, in my opinion. Maybe you guys are a bit confused. I tried to make this video as short as possible. Side note, this is actually the third time I've recorded this video. I've had lots of problems trying to get this thing to work. Good God. But hopefully you guys have understood. I really wanted to have this as short as possible, but also at the same time explained enough as to why I'm doing the things that I'm doing so that you guys would understand and you won't just be blindly following a thing. You'd also at the same time learn perhaps how GTA 5 works. And hopefully that will help you in the future and you won't have to resort to looking at tutorials on how to install mods and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully all of you will have found this interesting. I'd be interested to know, actually, anyone who perhaps knew about GTA 5 mods, but you were installing it in a slightly different way, or you're installing it in the old way. Do you think this is better now? Do you think this is simple? Has this video helped? Maybe you'd had no idea about how to install mods. Again, Has this helped? I would love for you guys to let me know in the comment section below. If you do have any questions, don't be scared to ask. Just leave a comment in the comment section below if there's anything you have misunderstood about this video. But that is going to be it. That is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed me driving around this map that I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on yet. Driving this car that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing a video on very soon. So we've got a couple of perhaps teasers to future videos. But there we go. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.